Hare Krishna. Okay. ಶುರು ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಓಂ ನಮೋ ಭಗವತೆ ವಾಸುದೇವಾಯ. ಓಂ ನಮೋ ಭಗವತೆ ವಾಸುದೇವಾಯ. ಓಂ ನಮೋ ಭಗವತೆ ವಾಸುದೇವಾಯ. ನಾರಾಯಣಂ ನಮಸ್ಕೃತ್ಯಂ ನರಂ ಚೈವ ನರೋತ್ತಮಂ ದೇವೀಂ ಸರಸ್ವತಿಂ ವ್ಯಾಸಂ ತತೋ ಜಯಮುದೀರಯತೆ. ನಷ್ಟಪ್ರಾಯೇಷು ಅಭದ್ರೇಷು ನಿತ್ಯಂ ಭಾಗವತ ಸೇವಯ ಭಗವತೆ ಉತ್ತಮ ಶ್ಲೋಕೆ ಭಕ್ತಿರ್ಭವತಿ ನೈಷ್ಟಕಿ. ಮೂಕಂ ಕರೋತಿ ವಾಚಾಲಂ ಪಂಗುಂ ಲಂಘಯತೆ ಗಿರಿಂ. ಯತ್ಕೃಪಾತಮಹಂ ವಂದೇ ಶ್ರೀಗುರುಂ ದೀನತಾರಿಣಂ ಶ್ರೀಚೈತನ್ಯಮೀಶ್ವರಂ. ಓಂ ಅಜ್ಞಾನತಿಮಿರಾಂಧಸ್ಯ ಜ್ಞಾನಾಂಜನಶಲಾಕಯ ಚಕ್ಷುರುನ್ಮಿಲಿತಂ ಯೇನ ತಸ್ಮೈ ಶ್ರೀಗುರುವೇ ನಮಃ. ನಮಃ ಓಂ ವಿಷ್ಣುಪಾದಾಯ ಕೃಷ್ಣಪೃಷ್ಠಾಯ ಭೂತಲೆ ಶ್ರೀಮತೆ ಭಕ್ತಿವೇದಾಂತ ಸ್ವಾಮಿನಿತಿ ನಾಮಿನೆ. ನಮಸ್ತೆ ಸರಸ್ವತಿ ದೇವೆ ಗೌರವಾಣಿ ಪ್ರಚಾರಿಣಿ ನಿರ್ವಿಶೇಷ ಶೂನ್ಯವಾದಿ ಪಾಶ್ಚಾತ್ಯ ದೇಶತಾರಿಣಿ. ಜಯ ಶ್ರೀ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಚೈತನ್ಯ ಪ್ರಭು ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಶ್ರೀ ಅದ್ವೈತ ಗದಾಧರ ಶಿವಾಸಾದಿ ಗೌರ ಭಕ್ತ ವೃಂದ. ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ 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 ಹರೇ ಹರೇ. ಹರೇ ರಾಮ 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 ಹರೇ ಹರೇ. Hare Krishna. Thank you all for joining Bhagavatam study. And let's discuss further about the 9 stages of bhakti. Anybody prepare for the next level? If anybody prepared, please share. Where we stopped yesterday? Nista, right?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. So, any comments? Anyone prepare?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Ruchi, tremendous attachment, interest, and taste in holy names and inner confidential pastimes of Sri Krishna, Prabhuji. That is a small explanation I took from something.
Okay. Then Asakti. I think Ashish Prabhu said.
Asakti, always remembering about Vrindavan, holy name, Rupa, that is form, Guna, qualities, Leela, pastimes of Sri Radha and Krishna. The thickened form Ruchi, where there is an intense longing to be there in the Nitya Leela of lordships in original form.
Okay. Okay. Yes, Ashish Prabhu, you said you have prepared something for Asakti.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Yeah, a little bit of explanation. Maybe just wanted to, whatever I read and understood, actually, just wanted to put on that.
Sure.
So basically, Asakti is about attachment, actually, and attachment towards the Lord. So basically, there are like 5, what you call direct Asakti, and there are like 7 indirect Asakti, actually, attachments. Now, just to give you an example, like for example, we interact with Lord and we try to be, we try to remember Lord in various ways. For example, in the morning when we pray to the Lord, right? So maybe there's also kind of Asakti, that is attachment. But that attachment, maybe, it can be in terms of your materialistic gain also, or maybe in sense of your sense gratification. But it's not like directly attachment to the Lord, right? You remember Lord, but it's not it's a kind of something which you have some other meaning in remembering that Lord. For example, Kamsa was always in. He was in such a what you call. He was a like envy of Lord, right? And he always used to remember like Deviki, his sister, used to think, okay, that the 8th son of Deviki would kill, him, as per the Akashvani that happened. And then he, even in the dreams, he used to think about Lord. So that is an asakti also, that is an attachment. But that attachment is not a direct attachment to the Lords, or not in terms of what we call is, which is full of bhava and love. It's not like something in that sense. It was in some other sense, which he
Enmity,
tries to
enmity
remember the
or
Lord. Yeah,
envy.
enmity. Yeah, envy, Prabhu. So that is an attachment, but we don't want to be in that attachment. We have to be an attachment where we directly interact with the Lord in terms of understanding Him, praying to Him, and where we have our hriday filled with love and affection for the Lord. Just like, for example, when we have a what we call Laddu Gopal in our house, right? So when we think about Laddu Gopal, when we feed him, and for example, if you forget to feed him, then you feel okay. He might be hungry. He might be feeling thirsty. So that is an attachment. That is what is attachment towards a devotees towards Lord actually. So that kind of attachment we should have, and that is an aspect we should be maintaining with the Lord, Prabhu. That
Okay.
is my understanding, Prabhu. These some
Okay.
points actually. Maybe you
Thank
can
you.
add
Mhm.
and try to improve
Yeah.
on. Yeah.
Anybody next? Bhava, Prema. Anybody has prepared anything? No? Okay. So I'll share something. Let's try to discuss. So this 9 stages of bhakti or levels of bhakti has been Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur has divided into 14. He has further expanded into 14. He has given a reference from where he has taken this, and he explained even further. So even before we generally say faith, the Shraddha. So he goes even one step back, because to get Shraddha, a costless mercy of the devotee is required. Say, for example, if I have to come to Krishna consciousness, someone has invited me, not once, not twice, 3, 4 years, my Siksha Guru, continuously every Thursday, Ashish Prabhu will be knowing, His Grace Siddha Gauranga Prabhu. Every Thursday will
Yeah.
every Thursday morning will call Prabhu, there is a Bhakti Vishaya. 3 years non-stop. Because of that uh, personality is costless mercy, I am here today. So why is it costless? Because he had no, kind of benefit out of it. It's only for my benefit he did that. So it's the even before Shraddha, this comes costless mercy. So because Vishnu Chakra Thakur, from Srimad Bhagavatam, 1st canto, 2nd chapter, 16th verse, says Sahat Mahat Sevaya Vipra, made possible by service to the great devotees. So, Srila Prabhupada writes, according to supreme will, asuras are gradually, I will just rectified by God consciousness to God consciousness by the mercy of the Lord's liberated servitors. They urge people to become devotees of the Lord. So this is the mood in a devotee should be there, preaching mood. Prabhupada always wanted all of us to take up this mood to preach. He says asuras are gradually rectified. We are all like we have this asura qualities, at least especially me. The kama, krodha, mada, matsara is there. Because some devotees' mercy, I am here today. So that's why the costless mercy devotees. So there are the points given is that confidence associates with the Lord. So that great devotees give us that association of Lord, and they are powerful incarnation of Lord, either Prabhupada or our Guru Parampara, and there could be sons of God, like there are other personalities come, and servants of Lord, like the various servants, dasa 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 and das. So I'll not get more details here. I'll just rush through this. The point I'm trying to say that even before Shraddha, there is a costlessness. Now we are talking about the Narada Muni, how Narada Muni got even because the sages, they were there 4 months. When mother was serving, this boy, young boy, was just beaming the mother. That's how he got the costless mercy of the those sages. Next comes the after the costless mercy, the service to devotees. So the next level is that. So unless we serve devotees, the mercy will not come. So tadvidi pranipatena paripashnena sevaya upadekshanti jnanam tattvadarshinaha. So unless we serve the devotees, mercy will not come. So it's again on me. How do I want to progress? I want to take up the service. Unless I take up the service, I cannot progress. So Prabhupada in the purport writes that one can please the Lord by serving the servant of the Lord than by directly serving the Lord, because they risk everything for the service of the Lord. So the servant of the Lord, they risk everything for the service of the Lord. That's why Lord is happy one who serves his devotees. Das, 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 and das. No one is dear to the Lord than one who risks the preach glory. 18.69, he says that by serving them, one gradually gets the quality of such servant. So again, one want to progress in the bhakti, one want to even get the stage of Shraddha, the service to the devotees is important. And of course, without committing any offenses. So this is how he gives a background. Then he moves on to the next level. 1 second. Then he goes to Shraddha, the faith developed by the serving devotees. After this, the faith comes. Prabhupada writes in the purport that by serving the servant of the Lord, one becomes qualified to hear the glories of the Lord. Then the Shraddha comes when you start hearing. So hearing, just not, hearing, it has to be heard and practiced and applied in our life. Though that's where Shraddha comes. Shraddha is not something, just hear and forget it. So we very, very dedicated Shraddha level should reach. So that is the level comes. Then move on to the next level. I'll just rush through this because half an hour will not be able to cover. Next, Guru Padashraya, seeking shelter at the feet of the Guru. Now, all of us should accept a Guru. Without a Guru, we cannot reach Krishna. So that is a, process we should. If somebody thinks that, no, now knowledge is there, I don't need anybody. No, Guru is a connecting point with the Krishna and us. Prabhupada, one place gives example, like we have a powerhouse. For example, in Bangalore, Bescom or State powerhouse. We have a bulb at home. But the powerhouse cable comes to home, but there's a switch. Unless I switch on, the bulb cannot light. That Guru is that switch. If I am that like bulb, powerhouse is that Krishna. Whatever the Krishna's mercy to reach me, that switch has to be on, that is Guru. So we need to surrender to Guru, take shelter. So Diksha is most important. We need to, all should accept Diksha from a bona fide Guru who is coming in a Sampradaya. There are, authentic gurus in ISKCON also. There are a list of gurus. But the point is that, again, yesterday I said that the Siksha Guru, Diksha Guru. This is talking about a mainly Diksha Guru. Siksha we can get from many. Of course, Srila Prabhupada is our eminent Siksha Guru, because he is Siksha Guru for all of us, because from him only everything comes. But, Diksha Guru, there are living gurus who give Diksha, who gives mantra, and who connects us to the Supreme Lord. So we need to take shelter of that personality, and with that, we need progress in bhakti. Prabhupada says, servant of God, Guru should be respected as God. Such servants are called Mahatmas or Tirthas. So Prabhupada says that Guru should be respected as God. But at the same time, Guru doesn't think that I'm God. Guru always thinks that I'm servant of servant. Even His Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur, Prabhupada's Guru, when his disciples come and pay obeisances, he used to say, Das was me, I'm your servant. That's the mood. Srila Prabhupada also, many times the disciples gave so much service, but he always said that I'm your servant. So that's the mood of Guru. But disciples' mood should be that this personality is representative of Krishna, so I should respect him like Guru, like Krishna. So, but Guru never tolerates being called Guru. That's what Prabhupada says that. Example, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was the Supreme Personality Godhead, but still, he never would have allowed anybody to call him. Even there is one pastimes when he was walking bank of Ganga, there are parrots. So parrots were making sound. Gauranga Mahaprabhu said, hey, parrot, please chant Krishna, Krishna. They started saying Gauranga, Gauranga. The parrot started saying Gauranga, Gauranga. He said, no, chant Krishna, Krishna. The parrot says Gauranga, Gauranga. Because parrot also knew he is Supreme Lord. So even so many places happen, but point to that. So again, the lesson for us that we should accept a bona fide Guru, and without any delay, we should always aspire How do I progress? How do I take Diksha? That's speed, because time is short for us. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So unless I'm connected to the Guru Diksha program, I am not connected. So that is Diksha is so important. That's why Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur says, seeking a shelter of the bona fide Guru is a must. Then we should select a Guru, then take Guru Padashraya. Prabhupada in the 1523 purport writes, one should choose a bona fide servant as one's Guru. Spiritual master's transparent medium by which visualize the Lord. So many times we cannot see the Lord, but Guru shows us, Guru engages us, Guru gives us service, Guru connects us. So he is a via media for us. So Guru actually, when take Diksha, Guru takes all my sins and he makes a clean set so that I can serve him. So he knows art of utilizing everything to glorify Supreme Lord. Chaturvidha bhajate. So there are so many ways he says we can engage in a service. By his divine grace, whole world can be turned into spiritual abode. Prabhupada says that when everybody accepts this Guru as there is, is a representative Supreme Lord, then the whole world can be. So the fourth level. Then Prabhupada also writes that like small boys after 5 years of age are sent to become brahmacharis at the Guru Ashrama. And the training was compulsory for creating a good citizens of the state and also prepare the boys' future life spiritual realization. But Vedantavadis initiated the boy even before he becomes self-controlled. That was now the Prabhupada writes here, what happened to Narada Muni? The Vedantavadis or the sages, they give the complete knowledge to Narada Muni, young boy. That is a costless mercy. But our practical world, the boys are sent to Gurukul. Guru gives a knowledge, and after that, when the disciple reaches a maturity stage like teenage, then the Diksha process used to happen. Nowadays, Diksha process happens later. Now, after this happens, Bhajane Susparna means eagerness to worship. So once the Guru, we accept a Guru, then our eagerness to worship, Vasudeva Katha Ruchi, eagerness to hear the Ruchi stage, for hear Vasudeva Katha, or the eagerness to speak about, the Lord, that should develop. So Prabhupada writes, eagerness to hear about the Lord God is first qualification of a devotee eligible to entering the kingdom of God. So we should be very, very eager to hear. Even Srila Prabhupada, he was always here. Once so happened that when Srila Prabhupada, before taking sannyas as Abhay, so he came to Vrindavan to meet His Divine Grace Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur. So all sannyasi disciples of Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur went to, the darshan of the Lord. But Abhay was sitting and Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur was giving Bhagavatam class. So when the sannyasis came back, Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur asked, what about whether your eye massage is finished? Because we cannot see the holy Dham, or we cannot see the deity with our naked eyes. We have to see through the ears. When Guru speaks, we should hear attentively. That is the way to see the Lord, because otherwise I cannot understand. That's why eagerness to hear is the most important quality of any devotees. So with that, we should progress. That's why we always should hear attentively, make notes, understand, meditate on it, and practice it. Unless that practice happens, progress is so difficult. We will spend another 15 years, 20 years. No, nothing will happen. I will be there only. If I want to progress, I should make that vow now. Yes, I want to progress. I want to hear attentively. I will progress. What may comes, because this is the life I want to perfect. Prabhupada says that we have enjoyed so many lives, met the sense gratification, done so many lives. At least this one life give to Krishna, because we don't know next life what will happen. So that's why, the Bhagavatam says, Shrunvatham Swakatha Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana. Such a hearer develops virtue to hear and chant. Swakatha Krishna, Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana, Krishna's Punya Shravana and Krishna's Katha, we should hear attentively with the dedication, with the love. Prabhupada writes in the purport, when we see that a devotee become eager to hear about him, Lord acts from within the devotee in such a way that the devotee may easily go back to him. So when we show the eagerness, Krishna reciprocates. Divya Gyan Hriday Prakashito says. So everything happens. So we don't have to do extra endeavor. My sincere desire that, yes, I want to hear, I want to glorify the Lord, I want to serve the Lord. That's it. No other knowledge required. I mean, the bookish knowledge is not, we need not to by heart so many things. All that require the sincere desire. So that's why Prabhupada says, Bhajaneshu Sparna. So such hearer develop the virtue to hear and chant. And next comes is Bhakti. So Bhaktir Bhavati. So normally we chant, the Bhaktir Bhavati Nastaki. So what is that? Anyway, so
Shloka.
So
Prayer, this one.
Namaskrityam naram chaiva narotam devin saraswati vyasam nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhaktir bhavati nastaki. So the loving service to Lord should come within. The bhakti should develop. Bhakti is not something outside. Bhakti is not from the mind. Bhakti should from the heart. So that development should, loving service to the Lord. I should desire to serve. That should come within. By force, nobody can do that. That's why Krishna has given us a free will. Sometimes people may ask, why so many things happen in the world? Why Krishna cannot control? Why Krishna cannot? Krishna has given us a free will so that we can be independent. We can think because he has given the knowledge. He has given the scriptures. It's up to us how much you want to take. The Prabhupada writes, by sincere association of Bhagavatas, one is sure to receive transcendental knowledge and he continues rendering the loving devotional service to the Lord. So association of devotees, we talk about Shraddha, then the association of devotees, and there is a Bhagavatam and book Bhagavatam and person Bhagavatam. Book Bhagavatam is what we are reading. Person Bhagavatam, like Srila Prabhupada, who lives Bhagavatam. So who practices Bhagavatam. So we should hear about book Bhagavatam from the person Bhagavatam. Then the transcendental knowledge automatically comes and then our loving devotional service should happen. Again, talk about a service. Service is the most important thing. So whatever it is, given opportunity, I should grab the service. So that too menial service. Not that going to giving a class or of course that's also good. Performing arati. These are all kind of recognized services. But there is a menial services. There is going the back door. Nobody recognizes. We have a Sumit Prabhu here. He just generally goes to the very, very menial service, cleaning the plate, serving. This is the service nobody recognizes. Backgrounds, like he is always in the kitchen. This is the kind of service we should do, want to progress. That's what helps purification of a heart. And we should grab any service opportunity because that's why we're chanting. We're chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We are requesting, Hey Radhe, please engage me in Krishna service. When I'm requesting Srimati Radharani, but service comes, I say, no, I don't have time, I'm busy. And then what is the use of chanting? So service, we should not, leave it. Prabhupada, next writes, having developed a tendency for bhakti for eating the devotee's food. This is again prasad and mahaprasad. So again, there is restrictions. We are taking mahaprasad, especially Guru's mahaprasad we can take. But others mahaprasad, unless they give with the permission, we should not grab it. Because mahaprasad is so potent. So that's why we can take from Guru. But here, Narada Muni, as a child, he got this Mahaprashan Vedantis. That transformed his life. There is a story in Sripad Ramanujacharya. Sripad Ramanujacharya one day was walking on the bank of river Kaveri. So disciples cooked bhoga and offered to Krishna and gave prasad to Sripad Ramanujacharya. After eating, Sripad Ramanujacharya take one, the little grain and threw it to the, waters of Kaveri. The fishes who ate one grain immediately took the form of four-handed Vishnu and went to the, Vishnu Loka. All the disciples could see each fish is taking a form of Vishnu with the four-handed form and flying towards sky. So they were shocked. We are all eating this Mahaprasad of my Gurudev, but nothing happened to us. But these fishes, just one grain, they took the form of Vishnu and went. They came and asked Sripad Ramanujacharya, what is that? How do we understand this? Then Sripad Ramanujacharya said, yes, you are eating Mahaprasad every day, but you never valued the value of it. We just ignore it. That's why we should not waste Mahaprasadam. We have seen the temple, many people put plate and they just throw it. That's the most offensive. I mean, at home, whatever it is, we should not throw plate. We should give as it is, means when before serving, how clean was that? Similarly, we have to eat everything. Otherwise, don't waste prasada. Prasada is Saksha Darshan of Krishna. It's non-different Krishna. So that's the point he said. Then Anartha Praganam says, disappearance of obstacles, inauspicious things. So when these things happens, our Hridhayantasto Hidi Abhadrani Vidhunoti Shruta Satham. As a benefactor of devotees, Krishna cleanses the heart of material desires. The slowly Abhadras goes out. Prabhupada writes, by the grace of the God, devotee gets sufficient strength to defend himself from the state of all disturbances. He says, woman, wealth, wine, we can add that, and gradually eliminate from his mind. When I say woman, for woman, it's a man. So, it's not just one-sided, both. So, gradually eliminates all this from the mind. So, all the abhadra goes, then we reach the next level. So, next is Nasta Prayash Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Regular hearing of Bhagavatam and serving the devotees Bhagavatam destroys all inauspiciousness. That's why Nityam Bhagavata. Nityam Bhagavata means daily. Sometimes Prabhupada say daily means not even one day. Every 24 hours we should hear Bhagavatam says. Bhagavatam is non-different Krishna. So we should always hear. We should always glorify Bhagavatam. That's what removes the abhadras. Both are good enough to eliminate the obstacles, Prabhupada says, with hearing Bhagavatam and associating with the, the devotees. Vishwanath Chakratakara says that by serving the devotees and the Bhagavatam, the major portion of Nama Aparadas, Abhadreshu, becomes weak. So we discussed Aparads, the 10 offenses, the holy name. So Nama Aparad can be kind of mitigated while chanting more. But Vishwanath Chakratakara says that by serving devotees, by hearing Bhagavatam, certain portion of the Nama Aparada can be removed, becomes weak. But does not that everything removed, but can be weak. So that's why we should chant more. We should, serve the devotees more and hear Bhagavatam more and do not commit offenses. This is how we can, the secret of success. So, apasta kilbishaha. So, next is by all my sins at once eradicated. This is what saying, Narada Muni is saying that. So, this is how it happens. The pure devotion is infectious as infectious a disease. So, because the disease can come from another deceased person. Similarly, bhakti can come from a bhakta. We should associate with the bhakta who has got bhakti. Only person who has bhakti can give bhakti. When those who don't have, they cannot give. And bhakti cannot come from the matter. So that's how the bhakti has. Boy became infected with their qualities and their purity by the association and by eating their remnants. So Narada Muni, by eating the remnants of the sages and by their association, all the anarthas removed. Then he says steadiness. Bhagavati Uttama Sloke, Bhaktir Bhavati Naistaki. Loving service Lord, Uttama Sloka, Supreme Lord, is established as an irrevocable fact. Prabhupada writes, the more progress made in a devotional service under the guidance of Bhagavatas, the more one becomes fixed in a transcendental loving service to Lord. So when we serve the Bhagavatam, is talking Bhagavatas means the person Bhagavata. Book Bhagavatam you should read and serve the person Bhagavata. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura says, Neistaki refers to Nishtha, where the mind can easily concentrate on the Lord when anarthas are for the most part destroyed. The major portion of the anarthas destroyed, the Neistaki, the Nishtha comes. So that is the Nishtha stage. Next, Vishuddha Chetasa, one whose mind is purified. After elimination of all sins or obstacles, one path of devotional service, one can become attracted, one have steadiness. There comes the Nishtha, this, steady comes. So having taken their food, I developed without effort bhakti. This Narada Muni says, just because I took the remnants with their permission, my progress happened, I might become a steady in bhakti. Then comes the taste, ruchi. The heart is no longer pierced by sense objects. When the state comes, the taste level comes, ruchi comes. There is no impact of the sense objects. Spiritual taste arises due to lack of taste for material objects. Then, Prabhupada writes, a stage of self-satisfaction, Atmanandhin, is attained as soon as fixed in irrevocable devotional service. Again, focused, the devotion, unalloyed, uninterrupted devotion service helps the next. So next Prabhupada writes, then asakti, the firm attachment. Cheta eter anarvidham sthitham sattve prasiddhati. The mind is unaffected due to being established in a goodness and one becomes completely happy. Prabhupada writes, he makes further progress to rise the position of Vasudeva or the state of unmixed sattva or Shuddha Sattva. So we have Sattva and Shuddha Sattva. The Shuddha Sattva gunas we should try to reach. So next, the Bhava stage. At every moment or at hearing every word, I developed Rati, Bhava for Krishna, whose qualities are pleasing to hear. Priya Shravasi. Ruchi should be here to mean Rati in the 11th stage. So we should develop that Ruchi. That's why it's Ruchi for chanting. When I chant, I should feel, I want to chant more. I want to chant more. I want to hear more. When Bhagavatam happening, I will not go anyway. Many people we see, they come for temple, Bhagavata happening, but they will sit outside and chit chat. They will do their own prajalpa. No, because this has no taste. When you come to the temple or class, leave everything. Hear Bhagavatam. We remember in Mayapur, there is a devotee. He doesn't understand the Bengali. He understands in English, but he comes and sits because it's Bhagavata Katha. That's how we should be. We should develop that, ultimate, desire. The final stage is devotional love. The Prabhupada is by contact of devotional service a Lord, we can develop that. As the flow of my devotional service began, the covering mode of passion ignorance vanished. The final Prabhupada writes that transcendental loving service to Supreme Lord is the natural inclination of every living being. The flow of devotional service is so potent that any onlooker also becomes liberated from the influence of modes of passion. So this is a 12th stage. Then comes now we talk about prema. Then he saw the Narada Muni got the vision of the Lord, and the Prabhupada writes that one gains realized scientific knowledge of the Supreme Person in the stage of liberation, free from all material association. Then comes the last stage, that without delay, Krishna appeared on the lotus of my heart. Krishna is there in everybody's heart, but he is recognized. We could see him. So Vishwanath Chakravarti writes, as I meditate in the mind of Hridi, with the mind Chetasa, conquered by Prema, Bhava Nirjitaha, the Lord step by step made his appearance before me. So all of us have Paramatma in our heart, but we should realize it. So we need to practice this. So with this, I'll stop here. I think I take 5 minutes more only. Sorry for that. So now I'll stop. Om Tat Sat. Devotees can share their comments or questions, if any. Please go ahead. We'll start from the end today, because otherwise Varsha Mataji will last. We'll start from Varsha Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you for the class. Prabhuji, I have a question today. Every class we listen that serve devotees, serve devotees. I understand that Narad Muni had eaten from the devotees' plate. He had done all this. But we nowadays, whom should I serve in a day-to-day life? If I want to do any examples, if you can give so that I can follow.
Mm-hmm. So eating the plate, taking Mahaprasada should be careful. So general guidelines is that a disciple can take from guru, or wife can take from husband, children can take from mother. That is the general guidance as far as the family is concerned. But
Any
others,
other service which we can do for?
yeah, service, quite a lot services there. There are so many sannyasis, and even don't have the service, any preaching services, any the book distribution services, any service, that helps. So whatever possible, Krishna pleases, we can do it.
Oh,
There are unlimited number of services.
okay.
Hmm?
Yeah. Thank you.
Next, we'll come back, maybe Sumit Prabhu. Sumit Prabhu, yeah.
Yeah, Prabhuji. So, like one point, even for having faith, before that stage is like the mercy should be there. So that is very important that some devotees' mercy or the Lord's mercy should be there, so that we will have that conviction, that faith by which we can start our bhakti. So that is very important point I got from the today's presentation, Prabhu.
Yeah. Who else next? Ramesh Krishna Prabhu, want to say anything? Okay, Mariappan Prabhu. Mariappan, are you there?
Yeah. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Uh, 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 Today's class is very impressive, and perhaps everybody is mesmerized, I feel. We are deeply this thing. We have to imbibe a lot of this bhava and see that our spiritual life is progressed with effective association of devotees. It's an excellent experience, Prabhuji. We have to recollect this thing, and we have to progress in our. I have to progress in my spiritual this thing by grabbing every opportunity of availability of services towards Lord.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, just to answer, I think Vashamataji, what kind of service I can do? A simple service, calling one person per day, one of a friend or colleague. Why don't we read Bhagavad Gita? Why don't we chant? That's itself will make services. And of course, when you serve Vaishnava means, other great Vaishnava comes, we are getting opportunity, we can serve. But unlimited number of services there. That's what the point is.
Okay. Yeah. So I am not able to recollect, Prabhuji. I mean, in day-to-day life, what can I do? That's what.
Yeah. So give an example. You can tell others to come to Krishna consciousness, whomever, friends, dears, colleagues, whoever it is. That's the one. And if you have a skill to speak about Krishna, you can speak. If you have any other, art, you can talk. Or at least you can do some service in the temple, the center, whatever possible. So that intention should be there. Yes, I want to do something. Then Krishna will arrange.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Lakshmi Mataji, want to say anything?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
No, Prabhuji,
That
Mataji.
pure devotion is infectious. So we should always be in the satsanga, Prabhu.
True.
And then we should grab the opportunity to do the menial service. That is also more important.
Yes.
These two. That's
Yes.
all, Prabhu.
Yeah. Ashish Prabhu, any comments?
Yeah, Prabhu, yeah, of course, I think it is very important that we should always be and around with the devotees, and should keep on reading, otherwise you become isolated actually. So that's very important. When you be in association with the devotees, you tend to improve upon it. That's what is very important actually. Uh, and of course, these are the stages where we can all improve upon. But by doing all these things, what we're doing, it is to be done in a very disciplined manner, and punctuality should be there, and dedication should be there. That's what I understand actually, basically.
Yeah.
So that I feel also actually. Yeah. So that's very important.
So now we are live telecasting this on YouTube. In case those who are not able to come, at least share them. So somehow inspire. Not only this one, and whatever possible. So we can do that. Yes, Archana
Yeah.
Mataji.
Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you for the class, Prabhuji. So many things we got to know. I hope I can implement that one. At least, I'll try my level best. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Asha Mataji.
Prabhuji, this one was, it took some time to understand the 9 stages of bhakti. It was not as easy as what we read when you explained Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam shlokas. It took some time to understand, but I tried my level best to understand, and I may go back and look into the notes and the other things. I definitely say that it was not that easy as like we understood the other things. But one thing which caught me is listening and hearing attentively to progress in bhakti. So that's more important if you want to progress, that reading Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, listening to Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, lectures, etc. Will allow us to progress in bhakti. And as Guru Prabhupada said that we have enjoyed many lives. So at least this life we should give it to Krishna and to listen attentively and to do some devotional services. That is what I got, and it took some time for me to understand these 9 stages of.
Yeah, we'll keep discussing whenever opportunity comes. We'll keep
Yes,
discussing.
Prabhuji.
Yeah, we'll all learn together, help each other.
Yes.
That's how it
And
is.
I have one question, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
I read this somewhere also, and you took out this, that is 2 types of guru, Shiksha Guru and Diksha Guru. I was looking at the Shiksha Guru, and somewhere I read that we can have many Shiksha Gurus,
Yes.
and we are supposed to have one main Shiksha Guru also, because we keep listening and listening to other lectures as well. It is not just so. I would get to know a little bit more about the Shiksha Guru.
So we can have many Siksha Gurus. And of course, Srila Prabhupada is eminent Siksha Guru for all of us. So we always focus on Srila Prabhupada's books, Prabhupada lectures. That's the main point. Then we can have many, because we can get Siksha from, many spiritual Siksha, many can give. But at the same time, yeah, as you said, focus one line, because sometimes what happens that when we, especially at the beginning stage, if we hear too many people, we get confused, because each one will present in a different, at the end of the day, nobody will adulterate anything, nobody will concoct anything. They will present as it is. But certain time we may feel distorted, but it's not the fact. That's why initially they said, focus one person, but there's no, kind of harm in having more Siksha Gurus, but Diksha Gurus only one.
Okay, this is one experience, Prabhuji. I had this opportunity, or I don't know, somehow I got, because looking into other websites and that and this, because I used to hear many of the Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita lectures, but it was difficult to understand, as you said. But after I I came in to this physical Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita class, or your center, actually, our RR Nagar center. That makes a difference is what I understood. Because there what happens, we go and listen and come back, and yes, that gives lot of information, and that also takes us to the side of devotion. That's why I wanted to know what is this Shiksha Guru is all about.
Yeah. So another point, that Siksha Guru is not just giving knowledge. Siksha Guru is responsibility to engage everybody to Krishna's service. So just giving knowledge is not enough. We have to, because end of the day, Prabhupada is very clear, we have to do service. So that's why we have to, the role of a Siksha Guru is to provide service opportunities. So that's why we all create ourselves as services, and we should engage in ourselves Krishna service. So that's where it helps, because when we do service, the relationship develops, we build a family. So that relationship helps to grow together. We develop a bonding. Yeah. Hope that makes sense, Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you.
Okay, so I'll stop here. Vancha kalpatarabhyasya kripa sindhubhyasya paditana pavanebhyo vaishnavibhyo nam ananta koti vaishnav vrinda ki jai. Grantharaj Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Hare Krishna. I'll
Hare
stop.
Krishna.
Hare
Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Tomorrow.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna.